The Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King, brought to you by Harvey Autos in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you've trusted for years. Geico, the insurance savings you expect. Supreme Chevrolet, expect more from Supreme Automotive Group in Gonzales.
Creed and Creed Law Firm, serious attorneys for serious injuries.
Bollinger Shipyards, 75 years of delivering high-quality vessels. Here's your host, Lieber King.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Byron Porter, Westminster Christian, head football coach.
Byron, I've known you for a couple of days. It's been a while, but I've known you.
Right.
You would call me as a college coach about recruits.
Right.
And not too long ago, you were coaching at a college in Pennsylvania.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. And now you're in Opelousas at Westminster, head coach, and you're in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
And coaching with your son, Brandon.
Yep.
What's that like?
It's unique. That's my why for coming, take a 2-hour drive every day. So just to build a bond and see the stuff that we talked about, him actually telling it to the other kids, and of course him being at Curtis. So it is good to see him evolve the way he has over the years, and so it's all around good thing.
And then he came this way to go play at Louisiana College in Pineville.
Right.
Stayed,
right.
Now Dad's here.
Right.
Right. Talk about, I mean, I know you going back to Jamal Pack, who's your nephew.
He's my brother.
Sometimes I think nephew because of
Not
y'all
that
don't
old.
look alike.
Right.
But you look young, Coach. But Jamal played at Shaw.
Right.
With LSU.
Right.
And you said he's doing good in Texas, right?
Yeah. He's in pharmaceutical sales out there in Texas. He and my younger brother, who's an engineer for BP, but both of those guys are they got their feet firmly in the sand, and they're doing their thing out there in Texas, raising their families. They both have kids. Jamal has a 10-year-old that's starting to play, so he's coaching him and everything. So they're doing good. Jamal
worked with us as an intern for a little bit at Louisiana Football Magazine. Coach, how do you like Opelousas? I mean, I know that you said you were going to come here. I know you're serious about what you do, and you've done a good job this year.
Well, I like it. The people are friendly, especially at the school here at Westminster. They were so warm and inviting, and able to assist with anything that we needed. And it's just a small school, but it's a family atmosphere type, kind of like when Brandon was at Curtis. So everybody knows you when you walk in the door. Yeah, he greets you with a hug, not a handshake or anything like that. So it's a good environment.
And Coach, y'all have under 30 players. I mean, so you got a lot of guys playing both sides of the ball.
Right.
What's that like for you as a head coach? You got guys playing, like Sam, your quarterbacks, whose dad played at Sam George.
Right.
Played at Southern University.
Right.
He could play some defense for you.
Right.
Cunningham, your running back.
Yep.
Plays a little linebacker for you.
Yep. What we do is we try to practice smart. We don't do as much banging, more learning, looking at film, working on fundamentals, technique, stuff like that. We don't worry about the numbers because when we line up on the field, everybody's got to play 11.
Yeah.
So we don't worry about the numbers or anything like that. Our guys are in great condition. They're in good physical shape. They're mentally. We work with them on that aspect. They're strong mentally. They recognize and understand the game, and we just keep grinding.
I want to ask you this, Coach, because I hung out an hour with your assistant coach.
Right.
Who was, got this automatic, and I want to ask you this. I filmed it so we'd have it for the show, but you got this robot that,
turf tape,
I filmed it earlier so we could put it in the show, but you programmed this little robot and it's painting your field now. That blew me away.
Yeah, it's a good relief because last year I used to paint the field. We used to do the old way, pop lines and walk the whole field, and by the time we were done, I'd have more paint on my feet and hands and my clothes than on the field. So this cuts the job down a lot. Real convenient, and that's one of the things the school's done for us. They've supplied us with all the facilities and all the essential equipment that we need, and this is just not a small token, but this is just a big part of what we do to make life easier here.
Coach, you got a sophomore linebacker. Speaking of dad,
yeah,
the dad that was painting the field,
right?
he worked for Drew Pearson. I didn't know that, with the Dallas Cowboys for 17 years in Texas.
Right.
Went to Southern and he played a little basketball. So you got the dad here helping you, but the son, talk about the son who's only a sophomore. He's got 127 tackles. He's got over 400, 500 yards rushing for you this year.
Right. Well, Kyle Hard, he plays linebacker for us. We put him in last year as a freshman, and he was out there leading the defense, making the checks, making the calls. He was kind of moving too fast for him a little bit in the beginning, but towards the middle of the year, it started slowing down, and you started actually seeing his plays. He became more consistent, because before he was thinking and he wasn't, reacting his full way. But he went out there and started reacting more, and earned him first team All-District last year. And this year he was more comfortable. He likes to blitz, so he was more comfortable getting everything lined up, getting everything going. And this was a repeat year for him, of course. And we gave him the ball a little bit this year, let him run a little bit. And because I think he'll play linebacker on a next level. But we gave him the ball. He's a load on both sides of the field, and he keeps developing, man. There's no telling how far he can go.
Coach, he reminds me of an Opelousas native, Rufus Alexander. Who looked like him, and also Corey Amos, who's committed to Ole Miss at Opelousas High. He looks like he's going to be that size when he's already 6'2".
Right. Yeah. He's already about 220, 223ish, somewhere around up in there. And he's going to be a good player for us in the years coming. He's got 2 more years, which is kind of scary to think about, but he's going to be a good player for us.
Coach Porter, thank you for letting me be here today. Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
Lee. Appreciate it. Thanks for what you do.
Thanks for watching the Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King.